While they deflect criticism and try to obscure what's really going on, you and I have got to be focused on what's really happening here with the California fires. Here's what we have to understand. This is not global warming, climate change. Come on now. Newsom was trying to say, look, old Gavin was up there talking about, look, this is climate change. This is global warming. This is no. Then we had Karen Bass up there. Oh, this is a result of climate change. And we have all these other Democrats across the country talking about California is going through what it's going through because of climate change. Listen, these kinds of winds are predictable. They've been happening for generations here in California since we started keeping records. These kinds of winds have been happening seasonally within California. What's also been happening within California is a loss or drought type of conditions that would then exacerbate our ability to really perform well when we have these kinds of conditions along with fires. So this was all predictable. Okay, so if this is all predictable, and our response is thousands of homes burning, tens of thousands of people, being misplaced or displaced because of the loss and the damage and the loss of their entire life savings and life dreams, then you have to understand that this was calculated. This is by design, because the governor knew that we have seasonal changes in weather like this. These what they call Santa Ana winds and these types of things. The mayor knew that we would have this types of situation. They also knew and fully understood that the reservoirs were empty because they're diverting water that should have gone into these reservoirs to fill them up and make them fully available for these types of emergencies. But because of a Delta smelt, a smelt that we haven't seen in over 10 years, no one has seen one in over a decade, and yet we are diverting water still, and then our reservoirs are empty. So when they try to say the reservoirs are full and all this, these are flat out lies, okay? And so we have these winds that were predictable. We have reservoirs that were empty that was predictable. We have fire department budgets that were cut by the governor, hundreds of millions from fire departments across California, and by Karen Bass in Los Angeles, the mayor of Los Angeles, to the tune of almost $20 million just recently. So if we know that there's winds, if we know that there's a high fire danger in certain parts of the state, and we know that the reservoirs are empty, we know therefore the hydrants would be empty, and we know therefore we're trying to protect a fish that is no one has even seen one in over a decade, and yet we try to say it's climate change. Somebody's trying to do an okey doke, folks. This is all garbage. These people know exactly what's going on. It's scripted. It's by design. As a matter of fact, Gavin talk about, we ready. We got Project 2028 ready. We ready to go with smart cities. We got the whole, we're going to do a Marshall Plan for this part of Los Angeles. He overlaid the whole blueprint for Los Angeles right now, ready to go and ready to to start to rebuild those areas that were burned down. How could he do that in just a week? What's up with that? Why would that happen? What? Yeah. So we got to be thinking. We got to understand what's happening. This is not conspiratorial. These are facts, and we have to be able to recognize that. I hope this helps you, because these folks are not working for our benefit. They're working for our detriment.